So I was looking at fitness tests the other day, and I was looking at the UK Army fitness test for recruits. They were talking about doing a mid-thigh pull. I just was thinking about that, and I thought, what sort of jobs are there even in the Army? So here we've got vehicle mechanic, tank crew, electronics technician, tank crew. It's weird looking at these jobs. I couldn't imagine actually doing it. Infantry soldier, the guards. I guess they look like the guards that you get in London, just because they've got the big hat on. Yeah, look, it says they do parades, peacekeeping missions, the front line as a guardsman. The front line? Okay, so they actually gonna, I don't know, that's a bit scary, isn't it? Go to the front line. Aviation ground crew specialist. Our helicopters have a big part to play in a battle. So do our ground crew. Could you get an aircraft ready to take off? Driver. That's something I like to do in Halo. There's like a Jeep called the Warthog in there. I used to like driving that. Technical support specialist. Wrenches, jacks, drills. You never know what our tradesmen will need next. So you're kind of like the engineer from Team Fortress. Cyber engineer. Install complex fibre optic and cable infrastructure to support defence communications. Oh, that's quite interesting. They all seem to be about 23k per year. Operator military intelligence. So you're on the radio, supporting the soldiers on patrol, advising generals and politicians. Don't know what advice I'd give, but armoured cavalry crew. Cavalry? I'm guessing you're not on a horse. Like the idea of racing into combat with the Army's latest state-of-the-art armoured fighting vehicle. Jesus. Maybe in a video game, not in real life. HR specialist, that's human resources. Travelling the world with your unit. I thought I said unique. Getting skills and qualifications. I mean, that sounds more suited to me. HR specialist. Logistics supply specialist. Be the backbone of the army. That's logistics is really important. And I mean, that would be something I would be interested in. Be very complicated though. Power engineer. It's got this giant satellite. Provide innovative solutions. Is that what you call it? Satellite? It's a satellite dish, isn't it? Innovative solutions globally to ensure power to battle-winning communications. Interesting. Paratrooper. That's a classic role. I'd be terrified of jumping out of a helicopter. Chef. Yes, I'll read Army chef. I just want to see something here. I'm going to open this. Let's see what the what fitness do you need? Key responsibilities. Regular full-time. Here we go. Look, to be a chef, you need to be able to do a mid-thigh pull of 50 kilos, throw a medicine ball for 2.7 meters, and a beep test. So that's running, level 6.6. You need a 50 kg deadlift to be a chef. Mid-thigh pull. That's the thing I found interesting, because like going to the gym, I do deadlifts, and I just thought the mid-thigh pull is a bit strange. I think that would be really easy for me, mid-thigh pull. So that's deadlifting from just above your knees. It's just weird that that's in the fitness test. It's funny, you want to have a chef. I mean, a chef being able to deadlift 50 kilos, it's not that much. So you don't have to be that strong. It'd be pretty easy to hit. Electronic warfare and signals intelligence. Highly trained in the use of communications and information systems, you will use technology to hunt, exploit, and degrade the enemy in cyberspace and electromagnetic environments. Damn, we're really playing Call of Duty now. Petroleum operator. It's like being a flamethrower man. Be our expert on fuel. Wow. There's so many roles. I mean, obviously there would be, but I mean, I've hardly scrolled a quarter way down the page, and there's a vet. I guess you have like army dogs. I just want to see how strong the vet needs to be. Let's scroll down. How much does a vet need to mid-thigh pull? You get a student bursary of up to 60k. Here we go. It's the same. I think the beep test is a bit lower, so you don't have to be as fit. Chefs more fit than vets, but same deadlift. Light gunner. See, I wouldn't want to be on those guns because I feel like, say we were actually on a battlefield, you're now a target for getting bombed because you're the one operating the gun. I can see why you just want a robot to operate it, like, because the men are just going to get blown up. Well, that's what I think anyway. So I don't think I could risk myself like that. Driver communication specialist. Keep our regiments in communication, take charge of crucial communications. I guess from the picture, you set up an aerial, so like you're like the radio man, but you're also a driver. Physiotherapist. I met a physiotherapist that worked in the army. He said it was great. That's something I'd be more interested in, like some sort of supporting role. And I wouldn't mind actually doing that sort of thing. Not that I actually have the skills to be a physiotherapist, but physiotherapy is something I'm actually interested in. Like if I had the skills, that'd be nice. Well, the physio, he is not as fit as the chef, but he is fitter than a vet. And they've all got the same mid-thigh pull. Pharmacist officer. Yeah, I didn't think about army pharmacists. How strong is a pharmacist then? How strong do you need to be? Yeah, about the same, yeah. 50 kg deadlift yet again. Beep test 5.8. Engineer troop officer. Building bases. Blowing up bridges. Clear in mind, they make it sound a bit of like spectacle, don't they? Building bases sounds cool. Be like playing StarCraft. Ceremonial gunner. Now that's a job I could get behind. Not actually here to shoot anyone. I'm just here ceremonially. You're on horses. Salary's not as high, obviously, because you're not putting yourself at risk. Medical support officer. Yeah, being on the medical team, that would be intense. Royal signals officer. Our officers are technically aware, enjoy a challenge, and want to lead intelligent-driven soldiers. I'm not really sure what would go on there. Artillery officer. Again, I feel like I'd be a target on the battlefield then. Yeah, that's why I said at the start of the video, like, I imagine you need like a lot of courage to do these sort of things. I don't think I've got it, you know. But that's what I was thinking. Am I just a pussy? Or am I just scared? Or I don't know. Like, if I had the courage, would I do this sort of thing? Or more confidence? I don't know. It's not like I don't want to go to war or anything. Anyway. Engineering officer, environmental health officer. What, deserts, jungles, mountains, wherever our troops are, you need them fit and well. What, so you like the Bear Grylls? Like, we're going to pee in our trousers and you're going to drink that because we've run out of water. To be fair, if that happens, the logistics officer's fucked up. Doctor. Army doctor. Avionics technician. So that's working on, like, planes and that. Household cavalry officer. Oh, that's interesting. Doctor's got the biggest salary so far. How fit do you have to be an army doctor? Let's have a look. What's their mid-thigh pull? Again, 50 kilos. They're about as fit as a physio. Oh, then we got dentist. The dentist earns more than the doctor. The doctor's on 66k. The dentist's on 70k. How fit do you have to be a dentist? Let's have a look. Mid-thigh pull again, 50 kilos. I'm waiting to see that mid-thigh pull go up. Let's look at infantry officer. Surely they need a bigger deadlift. Or mid-thigh pull, I should say. Where is it? Mid-thigh pull, here we go. Look, 76 kilos. It makes sense you'd have to be fitter if you're going to be, like, on the ground. A chaplain. See, I'd never heard of a chaplain until I was doing a video near Beachy Head, and one of the guys I was working with said, "Oh, watch out, the chaplain's coming." I was like, "Why?" And he said apparently they look out for people who are going to try and jump off. Beachy Head's like a cliff, and the chaplain patrols and will try and talk people out of it. So I think they're just kind of like Christian support or just mental support for people. I mean, that's sort of more of a role I'd go for. Yeah, I feel like I'm more of a support character than like a frontline character. So we've got HR officers, legal officers, educational and training services officer, geographic technician. My geography's not that strong. I mean, I could learn it. Household cavalry soldier again. A plumber. I never thought about army plumbers. Radiographer. You got like the whole hospital coming with you, haven't you? Yeah, oh god, yeah, you got like everything. The whole sort of town of like different roles. Uncrewed aerial systems, so that's dealing with drones, I'm guessing. Driver for engineers. Okay. Musician. What's he got? Bards. As an army musician, you have the opportunity to turn your passion into a career. What the hell? How much does a musician need to do mid-thigh pull? 50 kilos, okay. So that's like basically the minimum. Army nurse. It's funny how like the army nurse is on the same wage as all the like normal soldiers, but then the doctor's on like 60k. I feel like the army nurse probably does a lot. Aviation communication specialist, so that's communicating with the planes and the helicopters, I guess. Surveyor. Yeah, so you're working out where to build things, how to build things, I guess. Wait, look, mental health nurse, he's earning more. He's on 32k, right? He's got up to army nurse, 23k. Surely they should be the same. If not, I don't know. I feel like they should be the same. You're both doing nursing, you know. Jeez, I just thought they'd be like more even. Light cavalry crew. Yeah, so when we're talking about cavalry, we're not talking about horses anymore. Aircraft technician, operator, technical intelligence, Royal Military Police soldier. So I don't know why this bar keeps appearing at the top. It's kind of irritating. You've got plaster and painter, movement controller, air defense gunner. See, they're like the gunner roles. They're the kind of roles you'd expect to see. There's so many roles. It's crazy. Then you've got the veterinary technician, general fitter. You just fit things. Armourer, general fitter. I just want to see. I feel like general fitter, you've got to have a bit of a higher deadlift, right? Yeah, just 50 kilos, but you got to be more cardio fit. You got level 7.5 on the beep test, and your medicine ball throw is actually 3 meters this time. You need to be a little bit stronger. General fitter, plant operator, mechanic. Whatever we're building, you'll do the groundwork in a bulldozer or digger. Pharmacy technician. Pharmacy technicians. Yeah, well, I did a job about pharmacy, and I had no idea about the different roles of pharmacy. And I had no idea, but pharmacy technician is the entry-level role of being a pharmacist, I think. And then actually being a pharmacist is like a step above the pharmacy technician. So like the pharmacy technician, they just do the general work, and then the pharmacist is there sort of like the boss of the team. I think that's how it goes anyway. Because I made that mistake when I was talking to pharmacists, because as a plebeian, I guess, I came in and pharmacy technician sounds like a better, like higher up role. So I asked the question like, how would a pharmacist look into becoming a pharmacy technician? And the pharmacist was like, what? That would never happen. And then I was like, I was just an idiot and I didn't know. And then yeah, that's where I learned. So the pharmacist was like, why would someone do that? The pharmacy technician's the lower role. I felt a bit embarrassed by that, but you know, notice I learned it. Like I remember it now because I've got that embarrassment. But yeah, that's a pharmacy technician. I mean, I'd be interested in doing that. I was actually, when I was looking for some part-time jobs, I was interested in like applying for that sort of thing. I applied for a job in a pharmacy, recovery mechanic, air conditioning fitter. Now that's something I expected. What deadlift do they need? Surely you got to be a bit strong. No, 50 kilo again. feel like air conditioners are pretty heavy, aren't they? A port operator, mariner or marina, however you want to say it, I don't know. Electrician, Royal Engineers. Electrician, Royal Engineer. The hyphen made me a bit confused. Operating Department Practitioner. Learn vital medical skills of the first class army training. Metalsmith. And then you've just got like a gun pointing at you. Armoured AS-90 gunner. I guess that's some sort of tank. Postal and courier operator. And what is he holding? Oh, he's got a light. He's scanning a parcel, I'm guessing, in that picture. Interesting. Logistics specialist, Royal Engineers. There's a lot of Royal Engineers roles. Fabricator. Missile system. Looks like that operates itself. Biomedical scientist. Wow. Manage blood supplies and diagnose diseases at home and overseas. Oh, interesting. So yeah, I can see my interest does peak at the medical stuff. EOD and search. Learn how to find and make safe unexploded devices. Oh, okay. I didn't know what an EOD was. Was it IUD? Improvised explosive device, I guess IED? I don't know. I'm not savvy to these terms. Digital communication technician. Trained to use digital radio systems, keep people in contact. Okay, apparently it's exciting. It says exciting army life. Here we go, dental nurse. Again, that just like having the word nurse in it means you earn a lot less money for some reason. Why is that? The dentist was on 60k, but if you got dental nurse, well, you can only get 23k. Armoured engineer. Artillery surveillance observer. I mean, just looking at things sounds a bit safer, doesn't it? Marine engineer. Draftsman, electrical and mechanical. No idea what they do. Be part of our biggest building projects. Provide the plans for electrical and mechanical systems. Okay. Then you've got bricklayer. Fixing bomb damaged buildings. Fair enough. Dog handler. Yeah, see, I said earlier there was dogs, didn't I? Because we found the vet. Artillery logistics specialists. That's just, I can't imagine sending a dog over, like, get him! And then a drone comes in and blows it up. Oh, bloody hell. Driver air dispatch. Get supplies safely in the air. Yeah, that makes sense as a role, doesn't it? I mean, they all make sense as a role. There's so many of them. Design draftsman. Yeah, so you're going to make all the designs for things they're going to build and that sort of thing. Carpenter and joiner. Artillery command systems. Combat medical technician. That would be an intense role. Ammunition technician. And he's got this picture that's like a bomb disposal lorry. Construction materials technician. Environmental health practitioner. I swear we saw this picture earlier up. People getting water out of a puddle. It's when I talked about Bear Grylls. Environmental health practitioner. So you're like, don't do that. That's bad for your health and the environment. Healthcare assistant. That's a role that you can get around this town. Yeah, they're like the only roles going. If you look for jobs, it's like healthcare assistant in this care home. Royal Logistic Corps. I mean, being a healthcare assistant is probably a lot more interesting in the army than being a healthcare assistant in a care home. I did that for a bit. Oh, we're right at the bottom now. Officer pilot and aviation support officer. Interesting. So there's a lot there. I would say maybe like pharmacy would be the one that interests me the most. Healthcare assistant, you probably see like a lot of people with wounds, like could be quite different. Like my experience is working in like an end of life care home, a brain injury ward, and I think being a healthcare assistant in the army, you probably see people who've got like wounds. Yeah, obviously they'd be younger. Yeah, I think it'd be more graphic. I think I'd be more if I was going to apply for something, I would like to go down the route of pharmacy technician, because it's something I've like worked on videos about before, and it's something I'm like interested in, how medications work and how they affect you, and then eventually like become a pharmacist after that. If not that, then a physiotherapist would be something I'd be interested in, even though I've got no training for that. But that would be something I'd be interested in, something I could apply to myself and to work not in the army as well. You could be a physiotherapist. I think that's a really cool role. So yeah, if I was going to apply for anything, it would be those two. But that was quite interesting. Or a ceremonial gunner. That would be funny. But yeah, I just thought we'd take a look, because I've never looked at the roles within the army. I thought that was interesting to have a little look at. But yeah, anyway, if you like this video, please press subscribe, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.